Hello students, good morning. In this video I am going to explain alkynes addition reactions. This is the continuation of the acidic nature of alkynes. Okay, in the chemical properties of alkynes, first one is acidic nature, second one addition reactions. Okay, in alkynes carbon carbon triple bond will be there. In alkynes carbon carbon triple bond will be there. In alkenes carbon carbon double bond will be there. In these two, which is more reactive? Okay, here alkenes are more reactive. Okay, you see the reactivity, alkenes are more reactive than alkynes. Okay, why alkenes are more reactive than the alkynes? Because the pi electrons, okay, pi electrons in alkynes are tightly packed, tightly held, tightly packed or tightly held. Okay, tightly held by the carbon orbitals. Okay, so in alkynes the pi electrons are tightly held by the carbon orbitals than in alkenes. So that's why in alkenes breaking of pi bond is easier than alkynes. Okay, next, so similar to the alkynes also will undergo addition reactions. Okay, so in this first one, addition of addition of hydrogens. Okay, addition of hydrogen gas or addition of hydrogens. Okay, or addition of hydrogen. Okay, okay, first one, addition of hydrogen. Okay, so to the alkyne, if you take the first compound, acetylene. Okay, what is the name of this compound? Acetylene. Okay, so to this, if you add H2 in the presence of Ni or Pd or Pt, okay, this is called catalytic hydrogenation. Catalytic hydrogenation. So the alkynes, if you add H2 in the presence of NiPdPt, what is happening? Hydrogens will act to the alkynes by breaking the pi bond. Here, if you take one more, it will break one pi bond and it will add two hydrogens. Then it will give alkane. Again, if you add hydrogens, in the presence of same NiPdPt, what it will give? Again, by breaking the one more pi bond to the two carbons, two hydrogens will be added, then CH3 will come. So, in the catalytic hydrogenation of alkynes, what is the final product? What is the final product of alkane? What is the final product of alkane will get? For suppose if you take the propyne, okay, CH3, C triple bond CH. Okay, this is propyne. So this also, if you add hydrogens in the presence of Ni, Pd, Pt. If you take here only 2 moles, okay, if you take 2 moles, or if they ask directly what is the final product, okay, directly you can write by breaking the 2 pi bonds, two hydrogens to the 2 carbons are added, then what will get? CH3, CH2, CH3 will get. Here 3 carbon containing alkynes taken, so 3 carbon containing alkene will get. What is this propane? What is this propane? In this way, we can prepare the alkynes, okay, by the catalytic hydrogenation of alkenes and alkynes. Okay. Next, if you want to stop at alkene stage, okay, if you want to stop this reaction at alkene stage, we can use some catalysts. Okay, by using those catalysts, we can prepare the alkanes from alkynes. Okay, so in this first case, okay, case 1. Okay, controlled hydrogenation. Controlled hydrogenation. Okay, so if you take the alkyne, for suppose if you are taking the 2-butyne, okay, this is 2-butyne. 2-butyne, to this if you have H2 in the presence of PDBSO4, okay, which is called as a Lindlar's catalyst. Okay, which is a Lindlar's catalyst. Okay, so if you add hydrogens to the alkyne in the presence of Wendler's catalyst. What is happening here? Syn addition takes place. Syn addition. Syn addition takes place. Okay, syn addition means two hydrogens will be added from the same side. Okay, two hydrogens will be added from the same side. So what will get? By breaking the one pi bond, here initially triple bond is there. By breaking the one pi bond, this side one hydrogen or this side both two hydrogens are adding from the top side. So here hydrogen. So the two triple bonded carbon, here CH3 is there. So we can write down. So CH3. So this is a cis 2-butane. 2-butane. So this will get. Okay. So alkynes are hydrogenation in the presence of PDBSO4. Synadation takes place and gives cis 2-butane. Okay, or cis alkene. Okay. This one, here sometimes it is poisoned with sometimes this PDBSO4 is poisoned with quinoline. Okay, this is a poisoned with quinoline. Okay, here quinoline means benzene, two benzenes you have to write. Okay, here double bond, but here you have to write N. This is quinoline. Okay, so if you take the alkyne, the term hydrogenation in the presence of PDBSO4, it gives a cis alkene. Okay, if you are taking one more alkyne, suppose CH3, C triple bond, CH2, CH3. This is a 2-pentyne. Okay, this is 2-pentyne. Here also, if you have hydrogens in the presence of PDBSO4, okay, same reagents in the presence of PDBSO4, two hydrogens will be added from the top side, okay, or down side. So here hydrogen, here also hydrogen I'm writing, and here this side, this CH3 group is there, that one, next this side, CH2, CH3 is there, that I'm writing here, CH2, CH3. Okay, so in this way, you'll get that cis 2-pentyne, sorry, 2-pentene. Okay, cis 2-pentene will come. Okay, next one more reaction is there, that is case 2. Okay, this is the Birch reduction. Okay, Birch reduction. In this reaction, what is happening? If you are taking the 2-butene, okay, these are hydrogenation in the presence of metals, LiRNA, okay, in liquid ammonia. Okay, in liquid ammonia. So metals in the presence of liquid ammonia, okay, hydrogens will add to the alkynes in anti-addition. Anti-addition here. Here anti-addition takes place. Anti-addition means one hydrogen from the top side, one hydrogen from the bottom side will be added. Then what will get? CH3, C, okay, H, CH3, here also H, CH. By breaking the one pi bond, one hydrogen from the top, one hydrogen from the down added. Okay, then this is which alkane? Trans 2-butene. Trans 2-butene will come. So in the controlled hydrogenation, okay, in the presence of PDBSO4, syn addition takes place and gives cis 2-butene. But in the case of Birch reduction, okay, metals in liquid ammonia we have to take. Here, trans alkenes will get. Anti-addition takes place and trans alkenes will come. Okay. This is reaction second one. Addition of halogens. Okay, addition of halogens. Okay, so here to the alkyne, okay, to the alkyne if you add halogens, okay, one more if you add in the presence of carbon tetrachloride, okay, by breaking the one pi bond, same like hydrogenation here also, by breaking the one pi bond, one Cl you have to add two. By breaking the one pi bond, two Cls you have to add to the two carbons later. Again, if you add one more Cl2 molecule, okay, one more Cl2 molecule, again by breaking the one more pi bond, okay, two more Cl atoms you have to add to the two carbons. Then what will get? Tetra halo ethane. Okay, tetrahalide ethane will come. Okay, uh, this is called Vestron. Okay, this is called Vestron. Okay, if suppose this Vestron, this Vestron on heating with alcoholic KOH, this Vestron on heating with alcoholic KOH, dehydrohalogenation in the presence of alcoholic KOH, dehydrohalogenation takes place. So from the one carbon halogen, from the other carbon hydrogen will be removed. Okay, first suppose this Cl atom, this hydrogen atom removed. These two removed means what will get? CH Cl double bond CCl2 will get. This is called Vestron. Okay, so this is called Vestron. So by using the alkynes, okay, we can prepare the Vestron. Vestron. These both, okay, are used as a solvents. Okay, Vestron are used as a solvents. Next, if suppose if you are taking the next example, propine. This is propine. To this propine, if we add Br2, bromine liquid or bromine water, simply it is called as bromine liquid or bromine water. Okay, so this if we add in the presence of CCl4, what is happening here also? By breaking the two pi bonds to each carbon atom, two Br atoms will be added. So tetrabromo compound will get. Okay, so tetrabromo compound will get. Okay, so this test, this addition bromine water test, we can use as this is used as this test is used as test for unsaturation. This test is used as a test for unsaturation. Why it is used as test for unsaturation? Because initially it is a brown color liquid. Okay, initially it is a brown color liquid. So after adding to the alkyne or alkene, what is happening? The brown color will disappear. So that's why addition of bromine water to the alkenes or alkynes we can use as a test for unsaturation. Okay. Next, here this halogenation takes place through the one mechanism. Very important point that. Okay. So mechanism of the halogenation. For suppose to the alkyne if you are adding the Cl2 molecule. Okay. So this Cl2 on dissociation, Cl plus so Cl minus will come. Okay, it is electrophilic addition. First one Cl you have to add, one Cl you have to add. So one Cl you have to add to the carbon by breaking the one pi bond. If these are transited here means the negative charge will come to the negative charge, positive charge species will be added. And what will get CH, Cl, and here CH plus will come. Okay, this is called vinyl cation. Vinyl cation. Okay, so vinyl cation formation takes place. Okay, so this vinyl cation formation also how it takes place. First, this Cl will be added now. Okay, this Cl will be added to the triple bond. How it will be added? Okay, C triple bond C CH initially. Okay. Okay. So CH by breaking the pi bond, one Cl is added now. So Cl plus and two carbons will link with this one. This is called halonium ion. This is called a halonium ion. Okay. So one Cl is added. Okay. So one Cl is added. We will get halonium ion. Next, one more Cl is there. Now, this we have to add from the opposite direction. Suppose from this direction we are adding this bond you have to break. Then what is happening? What is the final product? If you add one more Cl, here also if you add one more Cl to the carbon, what is happening? CHCl will get. Again, if you want to add one more Cl2 molecule, from this also one Cl plus will be added to the one carbon. Okay, so CH, single bond CH, Cl. One Cl plus will be added to the two carbons, then halonium ion takes place. Next, one more Cl minus is there. Now, the Cl minus will add to the carbon from the opposite side. Okay, from the opposite side, from this side it is adding means this bond you have to break. Then what is happening? CH. Here to this carbon 2 Cl atoms, so to this carbon also 2 Cl atoms will be there. So Cl Cl, Cl. So here main thing is uh, during the halogenation of during the addition of halogens to the alkanes, okay, here the addition takes place through the formation of halonium ion. Okay. Next, in this reaction, what cation can be formed? A vinyl cation can be formed. Okay, and this is following which mechanism? Electrophilic addition mechanism. Okay, electrophilic. Here by breaking the double bond or double bond, we are adding so addition. And first we are adding electrophile. Okay, positive charge species. So that's why it is called electrophilic addition reaction. Okay. Next, third one, the addition of hydrogen halides. Addition of hydrogen halides. Okay, so in this reaction to the alkyne, first suppose CH double bond CH. We want to add a hydrogen halide. First suppose HCl you have to add. Okay, HCl you have to add. Then by breaking the 1 pi bond H plus Cl minus, first you electrophile you have to add. So the one carbon hydrogen will be added. To the other carbon Cl will be added. Now again one more HCl we can add. One more HCl we can add. Here, from here onwards, this is unsymmetrical alkene, so you have to follow the Marconi-Kafka rule. So, negative part to the carbon with less hydrogens and positive part to the carbon with more hydrogens. Here, this is symmetrical, so any side you can add. After forming this one, vinyl halide. Okay, after forming this one, what is happening? You have to follow the you have to follow the Marconi-Kafka rule. So, CH3, CHCl, Cl will get. Okay, so this is a ethylene chloride. Ethylene chloride. Okay, or it is a geminal type. Geminal type means geminal dihalide. Okay, means two halogens present on the same carbon. Okay, similarly, if you take HBr. Okay, if you take HBr, you take the HBr, here also what will get final product? CH2, CH3, Br will get. This is the final product directly added. Next, same reaction if you conduct in the presence of peroxide. Okay, same reaction if you conduct in the presence of peroxide. What is happening here? We have to follow the anti-Marconi-Kafka rule. First, here this is symmetrical. In first case, first step, no need to follow the Marconi-Kafka or anti-Marconi-Kafka. Simply one hydrogen to the one carbon and Br to the one carbon you can add. Later, what will get us? CH2 double bond CH Br will get. Okay. Now again, if while adding the one more molecule, here peroxide is there, and the other molecule peroxide is there. So what you have to do? You have to follow the anti-Marconi-Kafka rule. Here, negative part to the carbon with more hydrogens you have to add, and hydrogen to the carbon with less hydrogen. Then what will get? CH2 Br. Here also CH2 Br will get. Okay, so this is ethylene dibromide. Okay, and this is which type of geminal? Vicinal. This is a vicinal dihalide on the two adjacent carbons. Okay, and the two adjacent carbons halogens present means that is called vicinal. On the same carbon, two halogens present means that is geminal. Vicinal dihalide or dibromide. Vicinal dihalide or dibromide. Next, reactivity order. Reactivity order of HX. Okay, so HI is more reactive than HBr, HCl, next to HF. Okay.